Jen here with GirlyDoHairstyles.com. Today I'm talking to you with round 2 of our hair care routine. This is going to be some of the products that are under our sink that we're using right now to get the hairstyles that we show for you guys every day. And this includes, I'm going to tell you also what I do for my boys' hair, okay? So my shampoo that I'm using right now is Joico K-Pak. This one's Color Therapy. I just like the Joico line a lot. Any of theirs. I tried the Color Therapy this last time and like it just as much as everything else. Maybe if you're not coloring your hair or anything like that, just so you know, I have used the others and they're fantastic. I use these every other time on my kids, and so they'll do a shampoo and conditioner every other time, and then when they're not doing that, they'll use a 2-in-1 shampoo, just swap. And this is really actually a cheapy thing, but while kids are kind of learning to take care of their own hair, that's a good one to use. If they use this, they have to use a leave-in conditioner. Right now I have Ion, and we're using that one as a leave-in conditioner. I also use It's a 10 leave-in conditioner. Those are my two favorite. I kind of switch between the two of those. Oh, and on shampoos, I like It's a 10 and Kenra and Biosilk, and those are kind of what I switch between when I'm switching shampoos. I never like to stick with just one. I like to kind of bounce around a little bit. So Hairspray, my favorite is and always will be Big Sexy Hair. This has got the best hold. It for updos, you don't get like that cakey stickiness that you get with some of the hairsprays. This one's fantastic. You want to put it on as close to the end as you possibly can because it does hold, and that's kind of what I want in a hairspray, is really good hold. If I'm ever looking for beach hair, and especially my oldest, while we're growing out his hair to be like more of a pompadour style, we've started to use this more, and he has the coarse hair, and so he can get away with using a little bit of beach spray and making it look a little bit messy on days. So he uses the Beach Babe texturizing. It's Not Sure Mother's brand. This, I think I got this from Ulta. I was just kind of trying out some texturizing sprays. The one I have at work I absolutely love. I'm trying to think, it's the KMS brand texturizing spray that I love, and I was going to get some of that and I decided to try this, and I've liked this as well. The one at work, love that one. Okay, after every bath we use like a silk therapy. This one is Biosilk, it's silk therapy. We like to use one of these pretty much every time. If I use the leave-in conditioner, I don't always add this to the kids' hair, but this is what's going to protect your hair from heat damage, from the sun, from everyday wear and tear. This is something that I feel like everybody's hair needs, and it's also going to help you to not have the tangles and the snarls, and it makes it easier to brush through. So Biosilk is probably my favorite. It's a little bit pricey, but I think it's worth every penny, and you don't use very much, and that's probably why they can get away with it being pricey, is you don't use very much. You need to use very little. Be very sparing with it. I like It's a 10. That's another one. I use this one more in my hair than anyone else's in the families. I really like the It's a 10, and it does 10 different things to benefit your hair. It has the keratin that's supposed to start rebuilding your hair and making it more healthy. I think I like this one because I do color my hair and because of some of the things that I do to my hair. So that's my favorite. Marrakesh, I actually had a teacher in school suggest the Marrakesh, and this particular one, they have the same, the silk therapies and things like that. They have the different things like that, but this one is, you spray this one in your brush. Sorry, had a brain cramp there. You spray it right in your brush, and you brush it through your hair at the end, and it gives it extra shine. Love the smell of this one, and just this one's one of my favorites. I need to actually get some more of that. A couple years back I was given some of the Moroccan Oil as a sample at a hair show, and I like the Moroccan Oil. I don't use it very often, but I really like putting it in my bleach when I am coloring at work. My sister, I have her using the light Moroccan Oil. It's really good for more fine hair, and all of these kind of weighed hers down. So this one for fine hair is really going to be a good one, and I have used it in my little baby's hair as well because he does have the fine hair going on. One of the ones that I use for my boys all the time, and I know I'm going to slaughter the name on this, it's Lino Alfaparf. This is easily This is easily probably my very favorite of all of these. The smell of it is great. The consistency of it is great. It gives great shine. This one is probably top shelf, one of my very favorites. I need to get some more. It's got a really good smell to it. I love it. It's very masculine. I love it. Anyway, I like to use that one, especially on my boys. And whenever they have it in their hair, they have aunts and cousins that are, oh, you smell so good, you know. So maybe that's why I like it, is a lot of the smell, but it's really shiny. That one's fantastic. Love it. Okay, so as a stylist, these are a couple of my favorites products for doing updos and for doing boys' hair that I'm going to go over now. This is What a Tease Back Comb in a Bottle, another big sexy product. If you want really, really good hold in your hairstyles, you're going to use the Big Sexy, and it's not sticky like some products. This one is really great for doing back combing without actually having to do it with your brush. You just kind of spray it in there, let it dry a little, and you just kind of pull it apart, and it kind of does its own little back combing. So this one is great. This is Powder Play by Big Sexy. This is another one I like. How I use this one a lot is especially when I'm like training my bangs to go a certain way, or if I have somebody sitting in my chair that we've just cut bangs and they're going to have to train them over like a cowlick or something. I like to put this in there and just kind of use very little. Put very little in there and just kind of move it around, mess it up, and then just kind of style it to where you want it to go. This has phenomenal hold and like training of those. It's for texturizing and it's for volume and texturizing. But this one, it really does hold so good. And if I'm looking for just a little bit of lift back here, put a little bit of this in here and just give somebody a little bit of extra lift. And this is for big lift, this is for soft, more subtle lift, but it holds. It's great, and it's a little bit looser than the back comb in a bottle. I like to use the Demented on my boys' hair to help it be more spiky. This is a goo, a gel. It's styling goo. So anyway, that one's a fantastic one. Short, sexy hair, hard up. This is one of my favorites if my boys have their hair in a faux hawk. I really like to use the Short Sexy, and this is again from Big Sexy. It's from their other line, from their Short Sexy line, to do more spiking and things like that. This is my favorite for faux hawks and for the hard spikes if I'm doing that on my kids. This is a little bit softer. We use mousse. I realized I was out of it this morning. My favorite mousse for the boys is the Kenra brand mousse. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I don't quite remember. I like Kenra. And there are some by Redken that I like as well. Redken Guts is another one that I really like. We don't use it in our family very much, but the Redken Guts, if you put it in your hair, it's going to give it a lot more lift and volume. It's a volumizing root lifter, and that one's one of my favorites for that. So anyway, this is kind of what we have under our sink, a couple others that I threw out there. Hopefully this gives you an idea of where to start and maybe a couple ideas of things that maybe you want to try out. So thanks for watching.